of holly. La 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. La 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel. La 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol.
Spilling the tea. Literally. Anyways, let's just rehydrate my lips, you guys, and then I thought that we could start today's video with a Q&A that I was supposed to do month ago. Yes, I was supposed to do it month ago, but better late than never, I guess. So we can just quickly do the Q&A, you guys.
Let me open the questions.
Ooh, wait, oh, we're actually gonna do it this way because my wrist really hurts. It's like an old injury. Was it like 15 years ago in the winter when I accidentally fell on black ice and I fell on my arm and wrist and hand, and since then I didn't break it. They said that everything was totally fine. They did an x-ray, but since then every time when it's incredibly cold outside or I lift something incredibly heavy, it kind of like inflames and then it hurts. And it is incredibly cold outside, you guys, because this weekend there is this like Arctic blast that is hitting Boston, and let me tell you, I can feel it in my wrist. Yes, I am one of those people who can feel the weather in their joints. Anyways, what is this? Pathetic. This is pathetic, Boston. Let's get to the questions, you guys. And the very first, not gonna happen. The very first one is from Mia Moore Reads. I think I said that incorrectly. I think it's Mia Moore Reads, not Mia Moore, whatever. Which genre surprised you the most? For example, I never thought I would like fantasy books, but I've learned I love them. I guess I've learned to love them. Oh my god. I know exactly. Two genres, actually. One of them was romantasy, and then the other one was historical romance. And I cannot even tell you guys how prejudiced I was when it came to these two romance genre. And my romantasy love eventually started with Akotar because it was my niece. It was on my niece's bookshelf, and I was like, oh, I cannot believe that you're reading this. And she was like, no, like, you don't get it. You have to read it. Just read it. And that is exactly what happened. I read Akotar and I was like sucked in. I was like, romantasy, this is my genre. Now, don't get me started on the state of romantasy in 2025 and the kind of books that the publishers now decide to publish and to push on us, because I don't know, maybe I will create a separate video about that, because let me tell you that I am not happy with the quality of the books that are coming out these days. But romantasy was the first one, and then, well, clearly I didn't learn anything from that situation because I had the exact same feeling towards historical romance. And then I was watching a book recommendation video, or was it like a wrap-up? I don't remember exactly, by Carrie Can Read, and she mentioned this book, Any Duchess Will Do, by Tessa Dare, and that was my first historical romance that I ever read in my life. And again, let me tell you, I was boom, sucked in, and I went bonkers and crazy. I think like my romantasy obsession started in 2023 and then historical romance in 2024. And it completely took over my life, and I read all the Tessa Dare books. Well, not all of them, I still have a couple of more to go. And also Lisa Kleypas, and just in general, the genre completely took over my life. And I'm like, Zsuzsi, you gotta learn how to leave your prejudice behind, because every single time you're wrong. But you know what? I'm actually one of those rare people who love to be wrong. Well, in certain situations only. But when it comes to books, I like to be wrong, because they are such financial investment and such time investment, and that is the most precious thing that we have, that when I buy the book and when I invest into it, I want to have a good time, okay? So I don't mind being wrong. That is what I'm trying to say. Okay, next question by Andrew. What favorite book do you reread the most often? And I can answer your question, Andrew, so easily. I don't even have to think about it. It is The Wanderer by Peter van den Ende. This is my all-time favorite books. I've read now more than 500 books. And still, this is my number one. Every time I create a favorites video, still this is the one I put as number one, and I don't think that anything will ever change that. I adore this book. This is a silent book or a picture book, and I just love it. I'm not gonna tell you guys what this is about because you cannot really, because it is a picture book. It truly relies on your unique life experiences to craft the story. It's such a unique reading experience, but I absolutely love it. And I love the ending. And this is my comfort book also. I've talked about this in many other videos of mine, but every time when I really feel down, I have a couple of books that are always able to comfort me, and The Wanderer is one of them. And you can read it in like 30 minutes and you're gonna feel so much better after reading this book. So there you go, The Wanderer by Peter van den Ende. Next question by Vicky Cook 9165. Unrelated to books, but I am wondering if you have a pet. No, I unfortunately don't have a pet, but lately I've been thinking about it a lot and I really want to get a pet. I think I'm a cat lady. You guys, I absolutely adore cats. I adore dogs, of course, as well, but honestly, it's cats. I want to get a cat, but I just work really long hours and I feel like that I couldn't really take care of a pet. Honestly, that is what's holding me back. But I cannot show you my own pets because I don't have any, but I can show you my mom's pets. Let's do that. She got 4 pets, 1 Chihuahua, and she is the boss. She is the tiniest animal in the household, but she is the boss. She regulates the entire household, including my mom and including the 4 cats. Okay, so let's start with her. She is a personality. Okay, I mean, Chihuahuas are bad. She is from the tough batch of Chihuahuas. Okay, but she is absolutely adorable and we just love her. Then my mom also got a Maine Coon. His name is Zordon and he is named after the Lion King character Scar, but in Hungary, or in like Hungarian, in the cartoon, the name of that lion is Zordon, because it kind of like means that you have like, you know, that killer face, when even like your like resting face is like, I'm gonna kill you. That is the kind of face that this cat has. But oh my god, he is such a drama queen. Oh my god, we absolutely adore him. He's a Maine Coon, so you know, he is a very big cat with like such a big fur. But if you touch him when he doesn't want to be touched, he's like, he is a drama queen. He's like hitting the other cats and he's the one meowing like, oh my god, such a drama queen. We absolutely adore him. And then we also have another cat, Shoma. He is a Gingy. He is a Gingy. I absolutely adore him. I love red cats in general. I feel like that I myself, I kind of want to get a red cat, and he is just the cutest. Let me show you another picture because he has the cutest poses that you can actually imagine. You just want to eat him up. He's like so cute. And those eyes, those green eyes, let me tell you, you cannot get angry of this cat. And yes, just like any other red cat, he is insanely fat. He has a typical red cat Garfield personality. Just all he wants is food and then petting, and there is nothing else he needs in life. Just I adore him. Honestly, I'm not supposed to have a favorite, but maybe he is my favorite. I don't have favorites, but maybe he is my favorite. I mean, come on, look at him! And last but not least, probably the most beautiful, most handsome cat that I've ever seen in my entire life. And of course I am biased because he belongs to my mom, but Chineke. I mean, look at those eyes. Just look at those eyes and tell me you're not falling in love with him. I mean, he is just perfect. And he's like such a, like all of the cats, by the way, all the animals, but all the cats in particular, because I know that there are some people out there who are saying like, oh, cats, they don't have personality. No, like my mom's cats, every single one of them, they have such distinct personalities and they are so nice and they love their humans. Like the affection that these cats give you, it's absolutely insane. And this one, he is very chatty. He just like sits down next to you and like meow, 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 but he doesn't want anything. He just wants to chat. He's not hungry, his litter is not dirty. He doesn't even want you to, he doesn't even want you to pet him. No, he's just like meow, 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 meow. And he is the most antisocial one. When he doesn't want to be around people, then he just goes and hides somewhere, or they have like a cat tree and he just climbs on the top of it because again, he's like super antisocial. But when he wants attention, whenever he decides that he wants attention, then all the attention is his, okay? Like such a personality, and I cannot wait to see them again. Okay, MK Star asks, why do you keep books after you've read them? It's easy, because I am building a home library. I have it all imagined in my mind how it's gonna look like. When I have my own house, I really want a home library and a garden. That's all I want. I don't need like a big closet or whatever, or like a super fancy kitchen or whatever. I want a nice home library and a beautiful garden. There you go. I just probably have to make like, I don't know, millions of dollars to make it into a reality. So for now, I only have this library, but I'm actually pretty happy with it. So there you go. That is the reason why I keep books after I've read them. I keep everything except like the DNFs, or when I decide to unhaul and get rid of some of the TBRs. Okay, next question. Ariana, unrelated to books, what kind of science research do you do? Are you allowed to provide details? I guess I am allowed to provide details, but I don't really like to talk about my work here. I am a scientist. I am in medical sciences, and I always wanted to be a scientist. And in general, I talk about my journey in a Q&A video that I did when I reached 1,000 subscribers. So you can check out that video for more details. It's not that I'm not allowed to provide more details, but I don't like to, and there are many reasons for that, and one of them is definitely for safety and privacy reasons, of course. But it's not just about that. It's because I am actually a very private person in my, like, whatever kind of life that is, personal, professional, or here on my online life. I am a very private person. I'm not a secretive person. Like, I don't keep secrets, but I also, again, I can just totally repeat myself. I am super, super, super private. And even like my family and friends, they've kind of come to accept that I am incredibly private. But also I want a very clear line, a very clear boundary between my professional life and between what I do here, because this is my hobby. I don't do this, as a job, and I want to keep it as a hobby. It's a place to me to relax. I want to separate that from my professional life. Basically, that is the reason why I don't really talk about my work. Next question, again, Ariana, how do you stay out of the booktube loop of only being exposed to the same trending books? Because it feels like everybody reads the same thing. It's an echo chamber, and you are absolutely right. It is an echo chamber and I absolutely hate it. And I fell victim to the echo chamber like so many people out there. And honestly, I think I have a very easy solution to that because I do not have TikTok. I never had TikTok. I never had Twitter. I have Instagram, but my Instagram account has been dormant for such a long time. I do use it, of course, and you know, when you go up on Instagram, like 90% of the reels that are coming in your face, they are from TikTok, and they also have the watermark because the creators don't even bother to remove the watermarks. And it's hard, like I'm not gonna lie, but honestly, I just had enough and I stopped using even like the reels function on Instagram, or even Instagram on general. I only like maybe check it once or twice a week because I had enough specifically of the book. If you want to talk about specifically the book content, I've had enough of every single time always romantasy and always Sarah J Maas coming like at me. I'm like, okay, like this is something that doesn't satisfy me or the recommendation needs that I have. It's so hard with these short form videos because what kind of recommendation can you get in like 60 seconds, especially when creators are just showing you this is the book I read and this is the star rating. Unless you know that creator and the taste of that creator very well, it's like it doesn't really tells you anything, and one experience is obviously very different from another person's experience. So I don't really like it. I like to create and I like to watch long-term videos when people properly review a book. Again, it's a very big time and financial investment, so you know, I just like to do my research. I can get my book recommendations from bookstores, for example. I live in Boston. It is an incredibly bookish city. Every single corner has a bookstore, an independent bookstore, thanks God, and they have a lot of really good recommendations. The book owners, the book shoppers. It's not like Barnes and Noble when you have like a separate section for book talk. I'm like, no, we don't even have Barnes and Noble, at least not close to me. It's like so far away from me. It's like it's in a whole different town, and I'm not gonna go there unless I want like a Barnes and Noble special edition or something, which is something that I can buy online. Anyways, so I can use that for my book recommendations. Honestly, I also like use Goodreads, and of course I use YouTube as well, but I like to usually go for, these days I want to say, I like to usually go for books that are underrated, that maybe not many people are talking about. Unless it's new releases, because when it comes to new releases, and we all know how much I love new releases, it's hard because I definitely pick up the most popular ones, okay? But you guys let me know in the comments down below, how do you guys get your book recommendations and how do you get out of the echo chamber? If there is one thing that I did good in my life, oh my god, I'm so dramatic. Anyways, that's like I'm not obsessed with social media or with my phone. I really am not, but it's a choice that I made. I never joined TikTok and I never joined Twitter or X or whatever it is called, because I feel like that on X people are always arguing and people are so rude to each other, and you say, like, being online makes people very brave, and they say things that they would never say to you in your real life. Like, what's the point? It's just like back and forth arguing, like, ugh, I don't like that. TikTok, I never joined TikTok because in my mind, and I'm pretty sure that I am correct in this, in my mind when TikTok became really big, it was like all about people dancing online in these 60 seconds videos, and I'm like, nobody needs to say that, you know? And then Instagram is also very dangerous. I do have Instagram and I don't think I will ever get rid of it unless they shut down the app, because that is the oldest social media that I have, and I have so many memories, not necessarily in the pictures, but in the highlights section. And every now and then when I am nostalgic, I go back and I watch those highlights. A lot of them are from Hungary and a lot of them are from Australia. You know, so I don't want to get rid of that app, but Instagram is so incredibly fake. Like, I mean, come on now, like all those like bookish aesthetics that are popular in Instagram. I mean, come on now, that's not real life. That's not how real bookshelves look like, and that's not how you look like when you read on the beach. There was this one picture, and then I was like, oh my god, I am done with Instagram and the bookish like world of Instagram. There was this one picture. I didn't take a screenshot, so I just like remember the picture because it burned in my mind. It was a creator who went to the beach and they were reading, surprise surprise, Akatar. I don't know which book, or it was Sarah J Maas. I don't remember exactly which book, but it was Sarah J Maas, and the book was in the sand. I'm just trying to remember. And then they also had a rose next to the book, which is fine. You picked up the rose maybe on your way to the beach, okay, and it's Akatar, you know, so the theme. And then they also had a steaming proper porcelain mug of cappuccino with a perfect foam in the sand next to them. And maybe I am just too judgmental, okay? Maybe I am. But who goes to the beach with, you go to the beach with a book, of course, but who goes to the beach with a book and a rose and a steaming cup of hot cappuccino in the middle of the summer? If it was iced, you know what? I can get it. You're maybe environmentally conscious, so you're using a porcelain cup, okay, that you take with you. Okay, I don't know, but that's not how I go to the beach. That's not how I read on the beach. And while I have taken some fancy pictures on the beach, I'm not gonna lie, that's not real life. You will never see me doing that, going to the beach with a rose and a hot cup of cappuccino. That's like, I don't know. The picture looked amazing, but that is it, like no connection to real life. So it's kind of like it's not me. What I show you guys here, that is as real as my life gets. So anyways, I spent a lot of time on that question, but you guys let me know what you think of social media, because again, if there is one thing that I am really proud and again I am dramatic, but that's my social media and my phone usage, which is really not extensive, and honestly my life is better for it. So next question, again Vicky Cook 9165. My personal library isn't nearly as impressive as yours, but I do keep my favorites. However, I rarely, if ever, have time to reread any of them because there are always new books to read. Say less. I know the struggle. I know the struggle. How often do you reread your favorites? Not enough. Let me tell you, not enough. And every single time I make it into a New Year resolution that I need to reread at least one of my favorites in a month, and I just never do it. I always fail that resolution or that promise to myself, and I am not proud of myself. I should reread my books more often, but just like you said, it is so hard, because if you are a very passionate reader, you know that there are way too many books. There's not enough time and not enough money, like ever. It's just way too many books, and every single synopsis, they make it sound so good, and the cover design, they design it like, you know, like the publishing companies know exactly what they do, and I just like keep picking up new books. So I know the struggle. That is why I have more than 100 books on my physical TBR, okay? And I don't know what to say. I reread some of my favorites when I'm not doing mentally very well and I need comfort. That's when I reread a lot of my favorites, because I know exactly what to expect. Sometimes also when I am anxious, because I know that there are so many other people out there who use reading, especially when they read fantasy or anything really, as a true form of escapism, but I cannot do that for whatever reason. When I'm anxious or when my mental health is not mental healthing and I just cannot be like fully present, I cannot read books because I'm not paying attention to the book. So I don't know what to say. I really struggle with that, but I should reread my favorites more often. And you gave me a really good video idea, because maybe next year I will dedicate a video to rereading some of my favorites. Because when I do, they are always 5-star, 6-star life-changing experience. That's how insanely good those books are. And the last question from Aileen. What field of science do you work in? Where did you live before Boston? My niece lives in Arlington and she is a scientist also. Well, congratulations! Scientists are the best people! What field of science do you do? I do medical science. That's what I do. And this is the only thing I've ever done in my life, and probably what I will be doing for a very long time, because I am absolutely obsessed with science. I always wanted to be a scientist, and I am so lucky because this is what I want to do. And I work with people who are so good, such good scientists, my colleagues, and as well as my bosses, the people that I report to. They're so good, and I learn something new from them every single day, and I cannot believe that I get to live the life that I have right now. I am actually very grateful, because it was very hard for me to get to where I am today, and I am very grateful for the people who gave me the opportunities that I have today. And I need to remind myself to that every single day, because sometimes, and especially lately, it's been really, really hard, but I am very grateful for what I have today, and I am very grateful for my colleagues and for my bosses. So yeah. Where did you live before Boston? Before Boston, I lived in Sydney, Australia, for a long time. And I also did science there. I actually did my postdoc in Australia, Sydney. And before Australia, I lived in Hungary, because I was born in Hungary. I was raised in Hungary. I am Hungarian. I did my master's, I did my PhD, I did everything in Hungary. And then I moved to Australia, and now I am in Boston, and only God knows what's next. Though right now, I really don't want to move anywhere. Maybe London, because let me tell you guys that London has been on my mind for a very long time now. And one of my dearest friends, she has been living in London for a very long time. So I don't know, maybe I will like beg and ask her to move in with her and her husband. That's not going to happen. I'm very happy in Boston, and I do want to stay in Boston for as long as I can. Boston is the best. Except the traffic and the drivers, but honestly, Boston is the best. All right, you guys, those were all the questions. Finally. I am lifting with this hand, and this is the one that hurts. Like, what's happening? Anyways, finally, I got to answering your questions. If you have any other questions, please let me know in the comments below. I will try my best to answer them, and also just go and check out my 1K Q&A video, because I answered more personal questions in that video. Okay, day 3. She clearly needs some food to eat, but look at her, or being bubbly and happy. Guys, I don't know if this means anything, probably not. I'm just super hopeful after, losing Rosie. But look at all the bubbles that I got after feeding it. Like, it's been like 4 hours or maybe a little bit longer, and it looks pretty good. I mean, it's like a little bit dirty because I didn't like fully clean the jar, but let's look inside. Oh my God, you guys! Maybe there is hope. This is finally happening, you guys. This book has been on my TBR for like such a long time. I adore taking pictures, so it is time to finally read this book. I mean, oh my God, look at the design. Wow.
But this is like 300 or 400 pages, so honestly I feel like that we are going to finish this in the next vlog.
I just want to show you guys a couple of books that I am taking to a new little free library. It was only opened a couple of weeks ago and it's not on the website, and the owner is not really advertising it, so I just decided to take a couple of the books that I unhauled still in this like really big book unhaul video. The little free library is very close to the church where I go to, and that's how I actually spotted it, because again it's not on the map. But anyways, as it was empty, I just want to help with filling it up. And these are the books that I decided to take. One of them is The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley. Then we also have The Irish Goodbye, Within These Wicked Walls, also A Room of One's Own, Behold the Dreamers, Sabrina and Corina, and also Their Eyes Were Watching God. I think it's like what, 7 books. Yeah, I can like easily contribute with these 7 books to the success of that new little free library. So let's do that.